Why didn't you guys help fight Thanos? Or any war, all the other terrible things throughout history?
We were instructed not to interfere in any human conflicts unless deviants are involved.
By who?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I said, hola, está bien. Spanish, I know. I don't even know if that's right.
That was perfect. That was perfect. Don't worry about it. First of all, I have to say congratulations on all your success. And thank you for such an amazing movie. And I have let me tell you a story. I was at Comic-Con 2019 when you guys presented the movie, and I had a chance to talk to Kevin. And I was ready to fight him about the lack of Latino representation on the MCU. But then I had to eat my words when Salma Hayek came out and you guys introduced her. And so I just want to thank you for giving us Latino, queer, Southeast Asian, and deaf representation. And I want to ask you, when you guys were writing the script, how did you decide the characteristics of each individual, or was that on the casting?
You know, when I give a lot of credits to Kevin, to Nate Moore, and the team at Marvel, because when I came into the process, these decisions are already made in the stories. And our job was to make sure they are not just check marks, that these are going to be fully fleshed out human beings that anybody can relate to. That's the most important part about representation, right? Not just people who look like us relate to us, but people who don't even agree with us relate to us. So these characters are just really concepts on the page. Only when our cast showed up, they came to life. Salma brought so much of herself. She really, really gave Ajax a mother figure feeling, and with personality, and someone who has complicated relations with her children, and strong enough to make very difficult choices.
5 years ago, Thanos erased half of the population of the universe. But the people of this planet brought everyone back with a snap of a finger. The sudden return of the population provided the necessary energy for the emergence to begin.
How long do we have?
7 days.
And speaking of Salma, she just did an interview where she said that she got into a big fight with you over the script. And I just want to hear your side of the story. And
I just saw her outside. I was nudging her about that. You know, I used to, I went to school when Spike Lee was teaching. And Spike and I used to have very passionate discussion about films. And one time his assistant did run in and say, "Is everything okay?" We're like, "Yes, get out." And I think passion, making a film is never if you agree with everyone, if you guys agree the entire time, that means there's no friction. It's like, excuse me, but it's like good sex. You need friction, right? You don't want to, that's when sparks happen. That's when ideas happen. And Salma is very passionate, and so am I. So I think that's the day we fall in love with each other, because we realize, wow, we both have the same ultimate goal. We just have to figure out to get there together. And what she was fighting for, and she eventually brought, is just, it's a personality that doesn't really show up on the page. Like I said, they're just concept, and it is her that brought that character to me.
That's amazing. It must feel nice as a director when your actors actually care and are passionate enough to tell you to have the creative differences. It must
and then
be exciting.
Also, later when I went to the house for fun, I saw the owl. Her pet owl. I was like, I hope we didn't scare the pet owl that day.
You can't protect any of them.
In the comics, sometimes we have these events like the Avengers versus the X-Men or Civil War. How do you think that the Avengers would fare against the Eternals?
Avengers, which movie? because you know they swap out here and there, right?
Let's say,
is it before Carol Danvers or is it after? That makes a big difference.
That makes a big difference. What do you think about it right now?
Well, look, ultimately you're looking at is Icarus and Carol going to be able to, because that sort of come down to it, right? Because they both can fly, and it's a tough one. I think selfishly, I like to think Icarus, but the binary mode looks pretty tough. Yeah, so
it does.
Hey, but Icarus will live forever.
You have
so
that.
Maybe they can fight in like 100 years. Icarus will win. Well, also because there's also Scarlet Witch. I mean,
oh my gosh,
I think she can give all of them a run for their money.
It would be a really good fight. Hopefully, we can see it sometime. Chloé, thank you so much. I can't wait to share the movie with everybody because
Thank you.
It's amazing. It's amazing, truly. Thank you so much.
You.